is we need people to suggest topics. Suggest things that you want to talk about. Maybe it's exactly what you just heard. Maybe you want to talk more about how you can use Logstash in this way. Or maybe it's, you want to talk about NHL hockey playoffs. Don't talk about NHL hockey playoffs. You're at DevOps Days. But if you have topics that you do want to talk about, please, please, please come up. All right? This is what's going to happen. If you have a topic that you want to talk about, Steve, should we make a line?
Yeah.
Let's make a line. All right?
Start a line right here.
Steve's going to start a conga line.
We can assemble.
We'll start a real line over there. No one liked that one.
Who wants to talk about being on call during DevOps Days?
There we go. Let's talk about on call. How many people are on call right now? Oh my goodness. You're at a conference. Take it easy. All right.
Let's start.
Yeah? Waldo.
Hi, I'm Waldo. I'd like to talk about the tyranny of the minimum viable product. When does this thing mysteriously become critical to your organization? When do you start caring about its operability and its availability? And am I naive or arrogant for thinking that it should be pretty early?
Awesome.
Pretty early.
The tyranny of the MVP. I love it. All right. More topics, please. Come up and suggest them. Line up behind Mr. Josephson here.
Chat ops.
Chat ops. Somebody wants to talk about chat ops. I bet there's a lot of people that want to talk about chat ops.
We have a new challenger.
On the theme of tyranny, I'd like to talk about the tyranny of the SLA. And we should put it like right back to back, yeah. A lot of tyrannical discussion.
Perfect. Should we start voting? Let's actually vote for these as we're going through.
We're supposed to vote. We're supposed to vote.
All right, let's start from scratch. Tyranny of the MVP.
Who's interested?
Who's interested in that topic? Put up your hand if you're interested. All right.
Yes. All right, great.
Let's call that a medium. We'll start from a medium and then we'll keep going. All right, next one, chat ops. How many people are interested in chat ops? What do we think?
Pretty medium.
Pretty medium?
It might be a 2. Are we doing 4? 4 max?
Yeah, t-shirt sizes.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
It's a medium.
Small, medium, extra large, and
no, there's
triple
large.
XL.
There's a large in there.
Oh, yeah, large. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. All right. Medium. All right. Tyranny of the SLA. Oh, I want to go to that one.
We'll do that.
Medium. How many people do planning poker? Planning poker. Yeah, all of your stories are like the same size. I don't know if you've noticed that. We might need to change that.
Exactly.
All right. All right, next topic. Take it away, Steve.
Sorry, I was standing in the back and I was hearing people talking about wanting, like, what the hell is chat ops?
Oh, okay. Great.
So chat ops is the use of a chat bot, usually in a persistent web-based chat room, but also sometimes in IRC, to abstract away the fact that operations people are sometimes fallible. So you tell a chat bot to do the thing that you want to do instead of doing it yourself. Okay.
And if you haven't heard of it, you definitely want to be in on that because it's fascinating and it will blow your mind. Okay. So let's have votes for chat ops.
Revote.
There you go. There you go.
Is that because I scolded you, or is that because you're really interested in it?
People are finally warming up.
All right, that's good. All right, continue.
Security and operations, in particular, what people's practices and procedures are, so they can avoid having a separate InfoSec team. You can be your own and help dictate kind of security measures in the environment. I'm interested to hear what people have to say about that or what their policies are.
I just love that hands are going up like as you're saying everything that you're saying, because
then they slowly
like,
go down.
Oh my gosh, yes, please. Can we please talk about that? Security. All right, can we vote on that? Votes. That's a large.
Yep, it's a large.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, you guys are changing the scale on me?
So I'm interested in talking a bit about remote services. So like it's one thing to have a bunch of stuff in EC2, but you can actually hit restart on that. What if you have equipment that's in other people's data centers, other people's networks, and it goes down? So what do you do? Like, testing can help this, but like, what are the practices? What are people doing to help manage these risks so that if they screw up, at least only one customer is mad?
Wow, that's
everyone's going to call Nick, right?
What's that?
Everyone's going to call Nick.
Yeah, just page him.
Yeah.
Judge me.
Votes. Votes for on-premise, out of your reach
Remote dependencies.
issues. It's a small. That's
right.
all right. We have small spaces, so
We do.
this
We
works
have a-
well.
We do have a combination, so they can't all be large.
Cool. So I would like to talk about best practices for learning reviews and blameless postmortems, retrospectives, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Postmortems, learning. There we go. Nice.
Voting when I want to survey the audience doesn't work really well. I didn't want to interrupt and be like, how many people know what a blameless postmortem is? But let's do that survey. How many people know what a blameless postmortem is? I think I mangled that last. Oh, cool. Okay, good.
How do you make technical debt saleable and re-architecture saleable?
If you figure it out, let me know.
Ask this way. All right, did we miss the vote for that? Did we get it?
No, we need to vote for that
All
one.
right.
Making technical debt saleable.
This is underrepresented.
Is that NP complete?
This should be
I don't even know
Excel.
if
I don't
that's
know. I don't know what's going on.
That's not even NP complete, right? That's a medium. All right.
All right.
Keep it coming.
Yeah,
More
any
topics,
other-
please. More topics. We have
got
literally
lots of
like
space to fill up.
6
We
or
have
7 open space areas.
3 spots.
All right. So we can literally do like 18 or 21 open spaces this afternoon. All right.
I will forever remember Andrina as an organizer, and I just treat her like she's just supposed to be up here with us. So sorry about that.
It's all right. I like not being an organizer too. All right. I actually want to talk about functional agile teams within a traditional management structure and how that all plays out and how, as an agile team, you can work within a management structure that is more traditional. We can talk about that.
So I think it was, how do you work in an agile environment within a functional org structure? Did I get that? Awesome.
Votes.
Votes. Yeah.
All right. Pretty good.
So there might be no vote here. I actually would like to talk about how to transition a traditional organization from what it does today to a DevOps implementation. So I hear about different models are being tried and attempted. I just want to talk a little bit more. If there's an organization which has got a very traditional setup in terms of dev team, in terms of ops team, in terms of QA team, how do we take that traditional setup into a DevOps setup?
Yeah. All right. If you've been through that transition already, please come out, share your learnings.
Yeah.
Please, please, please.
Let's see votes for that.
All
That's
right.
good. There you go.
No.
I'm going to tell a
care.
really quick story about 0 votes, open spaces.
Yes.
So the origin really of DevOps days happened back in 2009. There was an open space proposal by Andrew Clay Schaefer. He was actually proposing to talk about agile infrastructure in an open space, and nobody showed. He didn't even show up to his own session because it got no votes, right? And that's the whole reason that we're here. So don't worry about proposing a topic that might not fly. We could get it tomorrow again, and you might just have some interesting conversations out and about it. So don't worry if it doesn't get any bites. You might just be starting the next giant revolution.
Hi, I'd like to talk about 2 things. One is microservices, and in particular, how to implement them with Cloud Foundry. So if any Cloud Foundry fans here, if you don't know what that is.
Microservices with Cloud Foundry.
All right.
All right. Microservices. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Cool. More generic. Yep. Building microservices. Are you looking? You're looking at building them specifically, or,
No,
or
basically how to
operational
run,
side of it, or
how to run and manage them. Just for the record, I work for Pivotal. Andrew Clay Schaefer, the guy who coined that, he works for Pivotal on Cloud Foundry. So there's a relationship there between DevOps and Cloud Foundry. So.
Sure. Pitch accepted.
I'd really interested in people who are here from non-corporate spaces who want to talk about implementing DevOps in sort of not private sector or profit-oriented companies. If you're in government, if you're in a nonprofit, anywhere that doesn't have some of the same sort of overall incentives or metrics.
awesome. DevOps in non-private sector, government. We have started seeing some success stories out there, I think. Yeah. The UK, I think, has actually done a good job of picking that up. Really, really good job.
Very true.
All right. Yeah. You got it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these are.
There we go.
This is a forked line.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks.
You guys know how those work, right? Nobody does.
So my CTO over here wants to know how to get CTOs a raise, but I think we all agree that we should find out how to fire them, right?
Yeah.
Right, guys?
Yeah.
All right. On a serious note, I think it'd be interesting to talk about how companies decide on when to buy versus when to build their own tools. Or do you guys decide to buy or use an existing third-party platform and then eventually build your own tool and transition to using that tool instead? So when do you technical debt, or do you buy? Do you build?
All right, buy versus build. Let's see votes. It's a medium?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Hi, everyone. So I do have a particular interest in testing infrastructure, so but we do it kind of in isolation. So if other people are practicing this, I'd like to hear how you're doing it and how we can learn from it, and also particularly how you extend that all into prod and testing in prod and deploying to prod safely.
Sweet. All right, testing infrastructure.
All right.
Did I miss anything?
It's the other thing I love about open spaces.
I might have brutalized it.
You can start to internalize all the stuff you learned from the morning by actually having good conversations with people in the afternoon. So be thinking about topics of other stuff that you heard this morning that you actually want to continue the conversation on.
Can I go ahead? Yeah. Okay, thank you everyone. We had a very nice session, and I would like to discuss about, there are a lot of tools available for DevOps. I would like to discuss about what are the open source tools available that is better or more beneficiary for an organization in terms of DevOps. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Open source tools. All right.
Yep.
Good. Anybody else?
How many rat?
There we go.
All right, keep coming.
He's hesitating.
Keep
He made it.
Yeah, so I don't know, DevOps is about, it's partially about getting operations into the dev space, but it's also, one of the side effects is that developers are getting into the operations space. And operations people are all about distractions, they're all about pagers, they're all about being contacted. I'm just wondering how some of you guys handle distractions and focus when it comes to development. That's my topic.
Awesome. Managing distractions.
Interrupt.
Oh, and I'm only interested in people who manage distractions in a way that doesn't involve working crazy hours.
There you go. So actually managing distractions.
I love how he interrupted that in order to actually inject that in. That was nice. Very cute. Very cute. Hands up. We get a vote?
Good. That looks large.
Excellent. Yeah.
Very cool. Anybody else?
We have 15 topics now. 15.
There we
Keep
go.
them coming. Honestly, if we don't get to your topic today, there's always tomorrow too. So please continue to think. Think.
I'm interested in talking to people about actual self-healing infrastructure, not the stuff that Cisco was selling us in the early 2000s. But there was the talk about not paging out unless the box actually tried to fix itself. think everyone can agree that's a great idea. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has no idea how to even start doing that. So if people want to talk to me about that, that would be awesome.
Yeah. All right. Self-healing infrastructure. I want to be there.
I haven't been voting.
You haven't been voting?
I just realized.
Oh, man.
I'm going to butterfly to all of them. Anyone else?
More. Anything about specific technologies like that you're dabbling with that you want to, you want to try out, you want to talk to somebody who's tried it before? Come on. There we go.
Okay.
Not even sure whether I'm going to show up for this one myself, but people using DevOps tool sets for things that are outside their intended purposes. Like I got my home was broken into at one point, and I went through this phase where I spent a lot of time scheming about using like PagerDuty, like making my own home security system, possibly involving a drone that would chase down the intruder. Anyway, just using the tools for things outside their intended purposes, maybe personal things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool. I like that.
I love that.
All right. Hacking life with tools.
Yes.
All right.
Lovely.
Awesome. I should vote.
I'd like to talk about SaltStack, but I know that literally no one else does. So if the one other person in here who wants, okay,
got a
so you and
few.
I can get a beer later.
There we go. SaltStack.
All right. SaltStack.
SaltStack.
Let's
How
actually
many?
put it to a vote.
How many? Hey, we got a few.
There we go.
Excellent.
It's officially small.
So I'm sure I can't be the only person in the room who has got a deployment of something like Puppet or Chef or Ansible, where we have 3 deployments of Puppet, of 2.6, 2.7, and now 3.7 we're just getting started with, and of a mix of bare metal and like 3 different types of VMs. How the do we go and get this all converged to a single, nice one Puppet and, like hopefully one VM technology? Well, ours is going to have bare metal, but, like, how do we deal with this? I alone, like, have 7,000 hosts to get to one version of Puppet. How do we deal with this kind of thing? How do we deal with legacy, and how do we deal with, like, moving forward from, flat, my first Puppet class to the proper, module profile role, or the current proper version of things.
Yeah. All right. So or managing, let's say managing infrastructure drift, or the ones,
versioning.
Yes, parenthood of infrastructure. There you go. All right, let's put it to a vote.
All right.
Good. All right. Excellent.
Hey, I kind of like to talk about orchestrating Docker containers and all the technologies around them, things like Fleet, Swarm, Kubernetes when that comes to play. Anyone else interested?
Whoa, there you go.
There we go.
See, you don't know until you ask. Hello.
Awesome.
All right, I'm going to throw one out there too. I want to run an open space on your worst on-call experience. The worst on-call shift you have ever had. All right? The worst. How many people want to talk about their worst on-call experience ever?
Is it happening right now?
All right, I got a few. Cool.
Cool. We could play
All right.
werewolves too. We haven't had a werewolves vote.
Oh, we could do
we want
werewolf.
to put werewolves to
Yeah.
to a vote?
Werewolves is
How
kind
many
of
people
an-
know what werewolves is? The game.
The game of
All right.
werewolves. It's not necessarily DevOps related.
Yeah.
Although we'll have you pointing fingers at each other, so that's
we threw
kind
it
of
in last
DevOps,
year,
right?
It was a good time.
Yeah, DevOps is like that.
Okay, so anybody want to play werewolves? All right. This is going to be a very small town. All right.
We'll put it up there. This is kind of a DevOps Days tradition. For those of you who haven't been to a DevOps Days before, Werewolf is just something that kind of sprang up organically and has now become a staple at every DevOps Days event.
It just happens.
What is Werewolves? That's a great question. You'll have to come to the session to find out.
That's true, yeah. Or the interwebs. Okay, so what we're going to do is compile all the results, and we're going to schedule them, and we're going to take 10 minutes to do it. So we've got a 10-minute break, and then join us back here, and we will tell you where is what. We're also going to share it on Twitter, but it's probably easiest if we do it in the auditorium, because we're not even sure how we're going to do that on Twitter yet. So
yeah.
Back here in 10 minutes, everybody. Thanks a lot.